All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Saturday, March 30th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went 1-0 yesterday. I gave out the Dallas Mavericks plus 1.5 versus the Sacramento Kings. The Mavericks, they won that game by 4 points. They've been dominating the Kings here recently. Maybe it's something to note. The Dallas Mavericks defense is stepping up.
Yeah, I had the New York Knicks minus 10 going up in San Antonio Spurs. They lost outright in overtime, and Jalen Brunson scored 61 points. The one time that I just put my foot down on how good the defense is, they allow 130 points to the Spurs. So that's how that works. I still believe in this team. I still believe in the defense, but it just didn't work out yesterday. 0-1 day. Trey, let's go with the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I went 0-0 on the player props. I gave out Kyle Kuzma over 22.5 points versus the Pistons. Kuzma did not play. Absolutely drove a steak knife through my heart.
Yeah, that's Steph Curry over 24.5 points. I thought it was insanely low. He finished with 23 in the game. He shot pretty well. He just didn't shoot enough shots to get a C over there. So 0-1 day for the player props. Trey, let's go to our plays for tomorrow. But before we do that, you guys may have noticed our thumbnails on our YouTube videos have been changed. That's because of Edit Kings on Twitter. He's a great guy. He reached out to us and said he can help us with our views, probably with his new graphics. He's doing a great job. If you guys like the graphics, comment down below. You love them. And then go give Edit King a follow on Twitter. It's EDITKING. Just reach out to him, follow him, and he's doing a great job. So we love him so far. Go give him a follow on Twitter. Trey, let's get into those plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be attacking maybe the best game on the NBA slate. It's going to be this Boston Celtics going up against New Orleans Pelicans game. And this is going to be a very entertaining game to watch. Both teams, they believe that they have a shot to win an NBA championship this year. And these two teams, they've only played once this year, and that game was in Boston. And the Celtics, they did win that game by 6 points. And yes, Boston, they are in a rut right now. They have lost back-to-back games against the Atlanta Hawks. And the Pelicans, they're 7-3 over their last 10 games and are coming off a big win against the Bucks. I believe that this Celtics team is going to bounce back, though. Give me Boston here. I'm going to take them minus 5.5 in this game. Brandon Ingram being ruled out for the Pelicans is simply a massive loss. I just do not believe the Pelicans will have enough scoring to keep up with the Celtics. That's because Porzingis, he's going to draw Valanciunas out of the painted area, and that's just going to open the lanes up for Tatum and Brown throughout this game. And Boston, they should be able to run up the score. And this Pelicans offense is predicated on their ability to get to the free throw line. In Boston, they simply just refuse to foul. They only allow 17 free throw attempts per game, which is the fewest in the NBA. And whenever we combine that fact with the fact that the Celtics do not turn the ball over, they average 11.8 turnovers per game, which is the second fewest turnovers per game. Boston, they should be able to control this game from tip-off to final buzzer because New Orleans, they are not good at defending the perimeter. They allow 38.8 three-point attempts per game, which is the second most in the NBA. So playing a team like Boston, who loves to chuck up the three-pointer and shoots 39% from behind the arc as a team, it could get deadly pretty quickly if the Pelicans allow them to just chuck them up. So give me the Boston Celtics here. I'm going to take them minus 5.5 against the Pelicans.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play there. For my play today, we're going to be looking at the Memphis Grizzlies going on the road to face off against the Orlando Magic. I'm going to take the under in this game, 208.5 points. I don't like taking unders. I know a lot of people don't like taking unders, but I think this is a good play, especially because the Orlando Magic are coming off a game against the Clippers. That was a big game for them going up against LA. I do think that game took it out of them. This is a team trying to fight for a top seed in their conference, currently sitting at the 5, looking to get to the 4 seed in the East. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if they do get to that 4 seed, they will at least have home court advantage for the first playoff series they play in. So they're probably going to be tired coming into this game, and that's going to affect their shot making. And that's a good thing for this under. Memphis, they aren't a very good scoring team, but they can't hold teams who struggle to shoot under 100 points. We've seen that a couple times already. Once against the San Antonio Spurs just a couple days ago, they allowed 97 points on Friday. I think we're going to get somewhere similar to that, what we saw in that game. In this game, everybody knows that Orlando already has one of the best defenses in the NBA, so we don't really have to worry much about them on that side of the ball. Memphis putting up points. They just don't put up a ton of points this year. Also, they have a ton of injuries, and the only two players playing that start on the season are Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. I can also see the Magic maybe sitting a couple of their players coming off the back-to-back. So I'm going to take the under here. Even though I hate the under, I think it's the correct play. Give me the under 208.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to stay in my game pick game. I'm going to be taking Kristaps Porzingis to go over 23.5 PRs versus the Pelicans. I really love this over for Porzingis in this game. This number is simply set too low, and we're getting a nice discount line here because Porzingis, he's averaging below his season long over his last 5, only averaging 24 PRs per game, which is right at this number. But Porzingis, he's averaging 27.2 PRs per game on the season. So I expect him to at least hit his normal average here. And we're getting a juicy matchup versus the Pelicans. That is because Porzingis is going to be guarded by Valanciunas. And historically, Porzingis dominates this matchup. Porzingis, he's just a big guy who doesn't have a lot of athletic ability. So whenever Porzingis draws him out to the perimeter, it's just barbecue chicken. And over Porzingis' last 5 games versus the Pelicans, he's averaging 30 PRs per game, which is way over this number. And I actually love the game because it is a road game for Porzingis, because all of Porzingis' shooting splits go up pretty significantly whenever he plays on the road. So that makes me even more confident. This number is simply set too low. I'm going to be pulling out my hammer and just smashing it. Give me Kristaps Porzingis to go over 23.5 PRs versus the Pelicans.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play there for you. For my player prop today, it's going to be Dejounte Murray to go over his total points going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Trae Young, he's been out for Atlanta for an extended period of time, and that means Murray has had to take over his workload. Murray is playing heavy minutes for the Atlanta Hawks, averaging over 35 minutes per game this season and playing upwards of 40 minutes in 5 of the last 10 games. He's also found himself on a little bit of a scoring run, scoring 28-plus points in 4 of the last 5 games. While that's an impressive number, scoring 28-plus points, I'm taking Dejounte Murray in this game strictly off his shot volume. In the last game against the Boston Celtics, in which they won, by the way, Trey, back-to-back against Boston, no big deal for the Atlanta Hawks. Dejounte Murray, he shot 44 times in the second game and scored 44 points. 44 shot attempts in one game is absolutely insane. And looking at the last 3 games, he shot at least 20 times in all 3 of those games. He's going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, everybody knows the Bucks struggle defensively. That's why they brought in Doc Rivers, but he really hasn't done much to help them on that side of the ball. I think Dejounte Murray's in store for another big night. So I'm going to take Dejounte Murray here to go over his total points as the play. Trey, let's go to that graphic. Have you start us off?
2 things. 44 shots in a 48-minute game. That is very impressive. Crazy. Second thing, just checked. Dropped at 26.5 for you. Far too low.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking the Boston Celtics minus 5.5 going up against the Pelicans. Better team. Not nervous. This is a road game. We're talking about the Celtics here. I'm also going with Kristaps Porzingis over 23.5 points and rebounds versus the Pelicans. I expect him to smash this on points alone, to be honest with you. This is just a discount number.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Magic and Memphis Grizzlies under the total points. It has come down a little bit to 207 recording in the morning. So that number's on the way down. So get it while you can. And then give me Dejounte Murray over 26.5 points going up against the Bucks. He scored 28-plus in 3 of the last 4 games. I think he's in store for another big night against that Bucks defense. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Saturday, March 30th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Until the Super Bowl, we also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,